What's up, you guys? This is For the Femmes, and we have a special guest in the hot seat today. This is Briana.
Hi. Woo. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
It's cold. You left. You were from Bushwick, right?
I'm from Queens originally, but I live in Bushwick now.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know. It was like regular traffic, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
How's Valentine's Day going for you?
I'm having a Galentine's today for my friends.
Love.
And I'm excited. I'm baking a bunch of shit and just like, it's going to be cute.
Oh, I
It's
love
really-
it.
Out of all of my friends, like, you are the most wifey. Like, you are so just nurturing and like want to take care of everyone. Like, I think I'm wifey, and then you, I'm like, no, you're definitely more. You're definitely more nurturing than I am. And I think
No, I love that. I feel like it's like the cancer baby.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I know I'm like avoiding going on Instagram seeing all like the stories, but like sorry, like some of your boyfriends are ugly, guys.
Oh my
Don't
God.
post them. Like
And I'm like, if I posted my likes on my story, some of you guys would
we in
single.
trouble. I always love finding out who has girlfriends or boyfriends around this time. I'm like, oh, you were dating someone? That's fun.
Right? Isn't that the funny? Actually, yeah. This is the first year I kind of realized that. I was like, that's funny. You literally were doing
I know. I think that all
so.
the time.
Literally,
what?
people like have whole families and like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, I didn't know you had kids. Like,
I'm like, also like, how does it feel to be like post like once a year? I'm like, I would be like, okay, that's fine.
I think about that, but then I'm like, do I want to ever have a public relationship again? Like, I feel like I still would hide them until like my wedding day. I'm so traumatized.
I think you'd like soft launch. You'd have like someone like just the whole
I do that with you.
I know.
I'm like, I pretend like you're my soft launch.
It was so funny. One time I posted like Faithlin like had her like arm like around my neck, and when I mean, and I had to call Faithlin because within
30 people.
like literally 5 minutes, 30 people were like, "Who is that? Who are you dating? Who are you dating?" I'm like, "You guys, it's Faithlin." First of all, know her tattoos.
Yeah,
Like,
literally. I'm like, what? It was like my hand ones too,
yeah, it was
which
like
is like
easy. I was like,
easy
it
to
was easy for you guys
identify.
to clock, but whatever.
So funny.
I love it. It's soft launch.
I remembered that, and I was just like, you guys would be so fucking hot together. Though. Like, I'm just like, I know you're like best friends.
No,
It's, like,
I
different.
know.
Sometimes we're dating, sometimes
Yeah.
we're best friends. We never know.
It honestly depends the day. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like I love her so much, I could marry her. And then sometimes I'm like, you drive me bonkers. But ditto.
Ditto.
Like, honestly.
I've never said ditto in my life.
You're so mature. Such a
I've
good,
said
ditto.
a good grandma thing to say, but I say it. I don't know why. It rolls off the tongue easy.
Ditto.
Let's talk about your upbringing and coming out, and we would love to hear your story.
So I grew up in Queens, and I was raised by a single mom, so no dad involved. My mom is super chill. She's like my best friend, my biggest advocate. Like, you know, so as far as the coming out thing, thankfully, luckily, I never had to come out in the sense where it was like a big deal. Like, I feel like my mom's the type of person I could bring home an alien and she's like, as long as they treat you right and you're happy. Like, she doesn't.
Oh, I
That's
love
how
that.
it should be.
Yeah, it was. I'm actually really grateful for that experience because I know a lot of people don't have that and it's really hard. But one thing I definitely do remember is that growing up, like dating girls or whatever, it wasn't like a thing. Like, you know how
Yeah.
people make it now, it's like this like niche thing or whatever. For me, it felt more so like, okay, I like this person and I'm going to be with this person. And that was it.
Yeah.
So,
How
I think
old?
y'all can relate to that.
How old were you around this time?
uh,
When you first
when
started
I-
figuring it out?
when I first started actually like having my first serious, I feel like girlfriend, I was 12, 13, I feel like. So, yeah.
So cute.
You know.
I love it.
Was your town like a place kind of where it was accepted and you felt comfortable like being open and out about this?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. I was born and raised in Queens. It was super chill. It wasn't a big deal. We actually had a trans person in our high school. I feel like that was difficult for them because it was just one person.
Yeah.
And that was a little out of the ordinary. But as far as like being gay, I didn't feel any like type of repercussion or weirdness about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a New York thing too. Like, this is where like studs are born. Like it's normal. Like they come out of the womb like that, you know? So it's like, what are you gonna say, you know?
That's true. Yeah. And I'm grateful to be from New York because it's different for a lot of people. So.
Yeah, it is for sure. Tell me about your first girlfriend.
That was a weird one because it was a situation where I met this girl. This was MySpace days, right? And I met this girl that was on the internet who was significantly older than me. So I became essentially infatuated with this person, and they had a son. It was like a whole thing at the time. And I remember I used to like leave school immediately, get on like 2 buses, get pizza.
Down bad.
I'm such a fucking, when I locked in, I locked the fuck
Even at 13.
I'm just
Even
like,
at 13, you're like,
yeah,
bus.
this is, I'm like, I gotta bring them, pizza, food, like little stupid shit. And
Wait, how old were they?
they were like, I would say 17.
They had a kid?
They were. Okay. Yeah, it was like a weird
Sorry, at
situation.
first I was like, how old was
Yeah, it was,
It was
were they
a
like
weird
30?
situation. And then, I don't know.
They're not that much older.
Not
yeah,
that
I
much.
guess. I don't know.
It wasn't that crazy, but also it's like I fell in love with them, but I also looked at them because they were so much older as like not only a lover, like a best friend, a sister, even like a mother figure. It was like a lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I totally understand that. My first girlfriend, I was 13 and she was like 16, 17. And I feel like it is because it was so new to me and something like she's done before. Like I looked almost up to her.
Yeah.
And in a way that you said mother, I know what you mean by it's like you just kind of like get wrapped up in everything. You like try to learn from. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very weird. I know the age difference, especially at that age, is like very
You're very impressionable.
Exactly.
At that age.
And I think when you're 13, somebody who's 16 or 17 seems so much older than you. Like it feels like they're 10 years older than you at the time. So you're looking up to them and you're like, well, I want to be like that, essentially, so comfortable in your sexuality and mature and stuff like that. But no, they're really not that mature. How did that relationship pan out?
You know what? It got, the reason I looked up to them also was because at that time, that was the age, I feel like, where video vixens and things like that were like a thing. You know what I mean? And they were into that type of stuff. So I remember looking up to them with that. And basically, they were looking for this man that they used to know, essentially. And they would always be like, oh, if you ever run into this person, let me know. It was so weird. And I was like, why would I run into them? And then long story short, they ended up reconnecting with this person who was a lot older than us. We had a threesome. And then I guess they had a falling out and that person tried to like date me essentially. So, but like my girlfriend or ex-girlfriend went so hard to like hide me from them, like took me out of their top 5 or whatever that might
like back in the day,
like, literally went on this whole mission to like hide me so they couldn't find me. We ended up just falling out.
Going back to the threesome, did you feel kind of like obligated to do that because your partner like obviously was so in love with this other person or is infatuated by this other person, or were you like, oh, I'm down to do this? Like
I was comfortable to do it because they had spoken so highly of this person, and of course I wanted to be down. I didn't want to be like, this
I know,
noob.
like,
Is that the first guy you were with then?
That was one of the first guys I was with. Yeah,
Because I feel like you
I
had
lost
a similar
my
story. That's why.
Yeah, I lost my virginity to my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, and we all had a threesome. So that's how I hit the first time I had sex with a guy.
Very niche.
I was like, because I always say like I thought like I was gonna be with this girl forever. So I was like, I need to try out a guy. I'm like, the best case scenario is someone you've already been with and dated. Like I don't know why that made sense to me.
in our young brains, that makes
I'm
sense.
like, and then let alone I was like, nope, not ending up with either of you guys.
Yeah.
So funny.
So essentially, we just fell out, and
Yeah.
that's how life goes.
And then since then, have you just only dated women?
I've dated guys too. Guys are just guys.
Yeah.
Do you identify as a lesbian, or does it? Or you don't really care about a label?
I don't love labels, but I definitely am I don't date men for like a trajectory where I see like it's gonna go anywhere. Like I'll date a guy like for a purpose, but I don't like
No, I
guys like
love
that.
Can you have like an emotional connection to a guy, do you feel?
Oh God. Yeah, I feel like I can have an emotional connection to anyone. I'm not attracted to men. So I don't like, I don't know. With women, it's different. And I feel like it's a lot more real in a sense. Like with guys, it's like my prerequisites that I'm looking for are just different.
I love it.
Wait, I love
I also wanted to point out your nails because I love that. So gay.
Yes, I got them done.
Wait, can you show the
Wait, let me see.
So
I love it.
yes.
so good.
They have to know.
Yeah.
The girlies have to know.
They gotta know, because I feel like also just as like a femme, people assume that we're straight, which is so annoying.
Yeah.
Like off
You're
rip.
definitely very straight passing.
Straight presenting, and it's like, guys, no. Like,
I mean, both of you look like dolls. So,
but you
feel like-
too.
Yeah.
I feel like I look more gay.
Well, no, I feel like now you're dressing a little bit more like, but I feel like when I first met you, when you were still trying to figure out your style, like, like when you put on the black lace, I'm like, bitch, you look
and
straight.
I still do. I love
know
a
it.
black lace or like
That's
latex
hate
leather.
Oh my God, when I met you at your launch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
looked
that
super
outfit?
straight.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like Upper East Side housewife.
But that was like business. Like
No,
that
it
was
was so
like
pretty,
but
though.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but that was like business. So I had to like that was very like Kylie Jenner Forbes vibe.
Oh, it was so cute. I walked in, I was like, oh my God.
Okay,
We
Mom.
went business today.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I have all these tattoos underneath that like no one knew.
Yeah, if you ever wore long sleeves, I would never think that
No.
you had these tattoos.
Truly.
The tattoos do give a gay vibe.
Yeah.
For sure.
And when I think of myself, I like don't see my tattoos on my body. It's really weird. It's so weird actually.
But they're very like lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All like fine lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like a more mask girl? Do you like a more femme girl?
So here's the thing. I love a femme. I love bad bitches. I love bitches that look like me. Girls, let me not say bitches. I'm sorry.
I love it. I say bitch is like a word of like endearment. Though. I'm like,
it really is,
my
but some
girl.
people get so like, oh my God, it's not that serious. But yeah, I love women that are beautiful, that are femme presenting, but I also can date a mask and be attracted to a mask. I just love beautiful people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's an energy thing.
Yeah, it's an energy thing. One thing I do say, it's not really about looks for me so much. It's about like personality as far as chemistry and just like I like a more dominant, aggressive person. They don't have to like look mask or look femme necessarily, but I like being baby. So.
I was literally thinking about this today when I was getting ready. I was literally thinking about what you said. I was like, it really doesn't matter to me what someone looks like. It's just a balance of energy. If we can find a balance in our energy, that is what's more important to me. And obviously the chemistry. Because we can't have the same energy. We can't both be like aggressive and dominant or, you know, or too femme. Like, I feel like one person, and not all the time even, it could be in different circumstances, but I feel like it always has to be this like balance.
Yeah. That makes
No, I always feel that way, especially because I like more femme girls. But I'm with you. Like, I don't want to be like I do want to be in the baby. But that is also hard because it's like in the beginning, like when I went on like a date with a girl that's like a little bit more femme, like I don't know, like you can't always pick up if she's gonna be that way. So then like I'll do it. I'm like, who the fuck am I? I always just like, who are you? I'm like, I don't know. Okay,
what are you doing?
I'm such like me and love, such a trick. Oh my God.
I know.
It's a problem.
You really
But
are.
I do too much. I be doing too much. But no, I fall into that placement as well. Like, because when I really like someone, I like taking care of them. I like, you know, all those things. That's just naturally, I'm a nurturer. So yeah.
You are. Do you want kids one day?
No.
I was only
You know
saying that because I
what?
feel like you'd be such an incredible mother.
Yeah.
Like you're such a sweetheart.
I get that so much. I'm an only child. I did not like children even when I was a child. Kids were cruel. I was bullied my whole life. I'm just like, I'm exhausted. Like
Yeah. It's always the pretty girls who get bullied. And guess where they are now? The people who are bullying.
No.
The people who bullied us, guess where they are now?
Oh, they, yeah.
Oh, I think you're saying we turned into bullies.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. I'm like, oh, so sweet.
We're so pretty. The people who bullied us, like, guess where they are now? Back in their hometowns. Being losers.
Oh, doing nothing. Yeah.
Doing nothing.
That's so true. Yeah, like for me, it's not something that I like desire really. If it's something that's like super important to my partner, it's something I would definitely consider because I know like some people, you know, their whole lives they wanted kids.
Yeah.
And I know I would be an excellent mother. It's just more so, number one, I would never ever give birth to children. Like I'm just not doing that.
I agree.
I'm not doing that. And then number two, I would have to have a partner where I feel like there's enough support where not bringing children into the world, but just like having kids makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So fair. So fair. What about marriage?
Yeah, I'm definitely down for marriage. Yeah, no problems with that.
I'm down for a ring.
Yes.
I'm down for a
I'm
ring.
down for the ring.
So you were in nightlife and dancing. How was it kind of being gay and then also having to be around these men? Did you feel some type of way? Did they treat you differently? Did they just...
You know what it was? I feel like men are just so two-dimensional and vapid. Like they couldn't even wrap their heads around the fact that I like women. Like for me, nightlife was just very performative all of the time.
It was a job.
It is a job, yeah. And the men, I guess I feel like for the most part, some of them have such inflated egos. They just think like, oh, like you're just saying that. Da, 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 da. It doesn't actually like bother them. Or they'll, on the flip side, they'll think it's so hot. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, like they'll
True.
fetishize it.
Yeah.
And
I feel like most people who work in that industry are gay,
yeah.
which
Because
like makes so much
men are
sense,
so
honestly.
horrible.
I know. I do feel like the men at those clubs too. It's like, wonder why we're gay. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I feel like you see the worst side of people and it's such a turn off. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. But it's very profitable and yeah.
how did you get into it?
I got into it. How did I get into it? Okay, here we go.
Oh wait, I think I remember this story.
Just growing up, I because I didn't have my father in my life, right? And sometimes I think like a parent, like say your parent passes away or something traumatic like that, to me almost feels better than a parent being present or being alive or being around and choosing to be absent.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Because it's like you're right there and you could be in my life if you wanted to, but you're making the choice not to.
Yes.
So then I'm thinking growing up, oh, is it me? Is there something wrong with me? All this stuff. So, I mean, growing up as a kid, I had crazy daddy issues. I was always like seeking out older men, like pedophiles essentially almost, or they were seeking me out, whatever. Because I was just looking for like that father figure, I guess you can say. So that's essentially how I got into nightlife at the time. So
I went through a phase like that, like a few years after my mom left. I was just kind of like, I just want like that attention and validation and like someone to love me. Like it was just like whatever to like get that. It's
fill that
so
void.
crazy. Yeah. And I had totally like a phase where I was just being a little hoe. A little hoe.
Yeah, no, same. I used to like date men that were significantly older than me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
We
Were
got
you
this.
open about like what you did, your occupation to people?
To my friends, like I never really felt the need to hide it. I never felt like ashamed of it myself.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I dealt with like certain people I would date or this, that, and the third that I feel like it's a projection thing. Like they were not secure within themselves, so they wouldn't want anybody to know. Like it was supposed to be a hush-hush thing. And I was just like, this doesn't bother me. I actually like, because I'm very educated, you know? So when I meet people, they never look at me in any way like thinking that, oh, like this person is a nightlife, this, that, and the third. And I actually like presenting myself and then changing people's mind about their preconceived notion about people that work in nightlife, because it's like, yes, you can be educated, you can be beautiful, you can be talented in many ways and multifaceted and still do this, and doesn't take away from you.
Yeah, and I think like there's a lot of women too who use that to like pay to go to school and different things like that, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But I do also understand if somebody didn't want to be with somebody, because I do think that I'm such a crazy ass bitch. I'd be like, I don't want people looking at you like that. I'd be like, I can't do that. That's mine.
That makes sense.
Was there a rule where you couldn't have like your boyfriend or girlfriend come to the club? Like, I feel like I always hear that. I'm like, is that true?
So funny. Like when I did dance, like the people I dated were always in the same field as me. So I would date like another dancer or something like that.
Oh my God, I bet that's like a guy's dream.
Yeah, no, we used to tag team. Oh my goodness. Literally perfect.
You're like, this is so easy. I'm like,
very profitable. Because then it feels natural. It feels organic. Yeah. Like, and we could sweep up. I would date people in it. But if I was dating somebody who was not in it, I don't think I would ever have my partner come. I'd feel awkward.
I would too.
Yeah, I would feel just scared. Yeah. Because I'd be like, my heart would feel like I got stabbed.
Because you do have to perform, and that's what you said. It's like a performance. Some people might not know the difference. Like, this is just me acting, and like it looks.
And even if it is a performance, like it still looks, you know, and it has to be believable and stuff. So it's like, scary.
If another girl was like, I want to go into like dancing and nightlife, like what would you tell them, like pros and cons? Like, just be cautious, but like there's also this great side of it. Like, what would you kind of like tell people?
Just keep your wits about you, as far as don't get sucked into, I don't know, number one, petty drama or nonsense or jealousy shit with girls.
I heard it's competitive, weirdly.
It could be, but it's like, I feel like people with small minds entertain that type of thing. Like I never really was there for the girls. I was there to make my money, and that was always my focus. So I stayed away from drama.
You're also just not like that in general. You're like so sweet. You're like, you know.
Literally.
It's a good way to be.
Save your money. Don't blow through it. And this industry also isn't for everyone. If you are the type of person that needs to like self-medicate just to perform your job, I wouldn't suggest getting into it.
Wow. That's a really good point.
Yeah, because it's like I'm super comfortable with what I do. I don't need to be like drunk. I don't need to be fucked up, whatever. But I see a lot of girls that do need to do that just to go to work.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's like a good thing to be.
Yeah, I agree. That is something that I've never heard someone say that's so true. I mean, because if you have to do that for any job, like, or even a date, like you shouldn't probably go or do that. But you don't think about that, because I think like drinking and all of that is just so normalized.
They normalize it, and it's like, honestly, you are your greatest asset, so you need to preserve yourself. Like you can't be like drinking every night and doing drugs and still expect to be beautiful and making top dollar. That's crazy.
Yeah, so. It is crazy. I agree. I want to talk about your last relationship. I know it definitely had a huge impact on you, and you know, you're still healing and all of that, but sounds like you dated a narcissist.
I mean, I was with that person for 5 years, and we went through a lot of craziness.
Yeah.
And our lives were just very intertwined in general. So friend groups, everything. And that was difficult, to say the least.
Yeah, to come out of that and then feel like maybe some friends feel like they have to pick sides or something. And you're like, well, okay, what do I have now if...
And it's not even a thing of picking sides. I hate when, you know, people try to make things so binary, you know. I feel, just me personally, everyone could always just be friends. It's not that serious. We're not in high school, you know what I mean? I would never ask any of my friends or whatever to pick a side.
Yeah.
But, you know, people behave in interesting ways.
What was the craziest thing like one of your exes has done?
Oh, crazy.
Something juicy. It doesn't have to be the craziest, just crazy in general, where you're like, I can't believe this girl did that to me.
Introduced me to somebody and claimed they were the quote unquote plug. Then later on found out that they were actually fucking this person, because in their phone I found like pictures of it.
Oh my God.
So we got into a huge crazy fight, you know, in the streets of Brooklyn, just like a like a crazy, something out of a movie, literally. Then they quote unquote break up with me because somehow I'm in the wrong. Like somehow it's my fault that they were cheating. And then proceeds to move said person into our home and live in the basement with them while I live upstairs. I think that is the most diabolical thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
How did that even happen?
Yeah, because essentially we're both on the lease, and they just decided, you know, like, oh, like you know what I found out later? They fucked up this person's living situation, so now said man's is homeless. So
Fuck that.
Of course.
Figure it out.
So figure it the fuck out. But anyway, she moves this person into the basement because we lived in a brownstone. It was like 3 floors. So she's living downstairs with this person and I'm living upstairs.
That is wild.
I think that was the most heinous. Like, I know everyone's experienced like maybe domestic violence, like that stuff. I get it. It's terrible. But psychologically diabolical, I think that's wild.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I would go ballistic.
I would go crazy.
I literally would smash every window.
I would stomp. Every time I'm in the house, I'd stomp so loud.
Yeah. And every day waking up and like having to see this person, like I'm not a person that experiences anger. I usually get sad. Like I'm like a sad girl or whatever. Mm-hmm. That is the first time I felt rage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, and I understood why women end up on Snapped, because I'm like, what the fuck?
Because you had to share like common spaces.
Not just common spaces. This house had like, say like multiple bathrooms. She decided like, oh, this person has to or is entitled to use the master bathroom, which is in my bedroom. So they would come.
I would literally get a lock on the door.
My room to use the bath, to shower and shit. And I was
also like, ew. Like, I would
and
want
I
a
just
man in my shower.
I looked at them like, what kind of fucking despicable piece of shit of a man are you to even? You see what the fuck is going on here? Like, you are a spineless individual.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
That's insane. Also, like the
that's
fact that
pretty
they thought that was like normal in their head. Like, oh, that's
like
this.
What
dynamic.
happened in your upbringing that you're like,
yeah, like, oh yeah, this is totally fine. I had
concerning.
Very.
It's
so concerning.
So wild. I've never heard something.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah.
What's
I've
like
heard exes having to live together, but bringing the new person in,
the person that you found them cheating
your ex
with.
didn't do that.
Crazy.
Basically did.
Yeah, she did basically. What's like your craziest dating story? Like a first date or something you went on where you're like, oh, this is crazy.
Dating? Do I even have anything juicy with that? I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like you're not really like a casual dating kind of
I'm
person.
a serial monogamist.
Yeah.
That's my problem. So I'll like get with a person, lock in with them, and we're together for years. Like,
so les.
I'm such a lover girl. Like that's
I love that.
A lover girl and a lesbian. You're
and a
screwed.
lesbian.
Oh, literally.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into like the dating phase now because it's like I want to, just like meet people, live life. But this is my first time really experiencing that.
Yeah.
I'm not. How has it been? Let me hear how you think the dating scene is.
I'm newly getting into the whole New York lesbian dating scene. Before that, like,
Good luck.
oh yeah.
Like,
I'm just dibbling, dabbling, just living.
I
It's
love.
interesting. Yeah.
Where have you been going out?
I've been going to the woods lately, kind of. That crowd's a little young. I don't know. I've just been out with like my friends at different places. Yeah.
Getting onto dating.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite like sex toy or position?
Oh gosh. You know what's so funny? I am like a skin to skin type of girly. Like I
Another
don't
one.
care about toys like that. I feel like it's just like grow up. Like it's not that serious. Like,
No, you love strap-ons.
like
though.
do I?
You told me.
I don't love
Oh, you
strap-ons.
don't love it?
I don't
I'm confused.
No. I don't love strap-ons. Like I'm down to get strapped, right?
Yeah.
In my work, I've loved strapping men. That's fun.
Oh my God.
Do you offer it, or does the guy be like, I want you to peg me?
Usually it's if they ask. I don't just, it's like a very niche thing.
You're not like, okay, bend over.
Yeah, bend over.
Not the pegging thing, but I think more guys don't realize how much they would like getting like their asshole like touched.
Yeah, no, I would never do that.
Yeah, no, not, I like, if a guy is
Crazy ass.
I don't want to like touch a guy's asshole, but I do like, dominating them in the sense of like,
Yeah.
if I have a strap on, it's like there's a little distance,
Yeah. I don't
bend
think
you
I
over
could
and strap you.
ever look at a guy's ass. That would scare the shit out of me.
I'm like trying to think how I've ever like looked over at a guy like bending over on the floor. Like, I actually don't think I have.
And like the hair
It's like comical to me. Like
on their high knees.
I start giggling sometimes.
I would do.
But,
Wait, I'm dying. I love that. Okay. Well, that was a story. I just didn't care.
but yeah, no, I like getting fingered. Like,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
just,
So you don't need toys.
I don't need toys. No, I don't need them. Like they can be enjoyable, but it's not like a prerequisite of mine.
Yeah. Ugh, not us.
We talk about it all the time. You were one of our other guests didn't really love toys either, and I'm like,
A
me and
few
Faith
of them.
I know. I'm like,
I was
you
like,
guys,
whoa.
what? I just think it makes it more exciting and fun. Like I do always think you need to be able to still fuck without it,
Right,
like have that chemistry without it. But I think it's just like an enhancement. And like going to a sex shop together, and like shopping. I'm like,
It's
fun.
so like kinky and
I just love shopping.
fun. I love
Anyways.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is fun. That's a cute little thing to do. But yeah, I don't need it. I
Yeah.
like.
I think that's good though.
Oh. Do you have a position?
Do I have a position? Oh, as far as like coming, like I like riding a girl. Like I
That's
really
hot.
love just like being on top of a girl riding, not me moving in the seat.
Okay, hot.
I'm like, okay.
You wanna come over here?
Because it's really easy for me to come that way because like I can control.
You can
it.
control it, yeah.
I feel like I need to like be on my back or I can't focus. Like my mind is in 80,000 different places all the time. I was even telling her, I'm like, I can't have music too loud. Like I have to be on my back. I'm like,
I like
fucking
being on my
weirdo.
back too. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's good, especially when they're like, on top, on top of me. That's nice. Yeah.
Like in my, you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
I remember that.
I don't know. You know how everybody's talking about the tall mask shortage? I don't think that's a thing. I feel like tall masks are findable.
Oh yeah.
Where are the femme for femme girlies? Where are the hot girls that love hot girls that really are into it?
Guys, you heard it first because we had this debate in one of our first episodes, like
know,
almost a year ago, and
Yeah.
it was a hot debate. And I still think, where are the fucking femmes?
Where are the femmes at?
Like, where are
Here's my
gorgeous girls? Like,
Here's my
gorgeous
thing
girl.
about it is that they do exist. But I think when you guys start dating, you have an issue with the balance of energies because you, again, both want to be baby girls, but then,
I'll step
it's
up
like-
to the plate. Like,
but some girls don't want to.
I know,
But
but
then, like, would you be happy doing that long term?
you know what? I feel like there needs to be a little bit of a balance.
Yeah.
For sure. I've played daddy for long enough out of necessity.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it, but is that really fulfilling for you?
No, but I also just there's a balance. There needs to be a balance.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I want at this point type wise. I'm like, femme mask. I'll fucking take anything at this
know,
point.
Yeah.
Shit,
we're
bro.
fucking just me.
Yeah, I'm like so single right now too. It's crazy. Like I don't even have a roster.
It's very unlike Faithlin. Faithlin always has.
I know you're like so hot. Like what?
I just don't like anyone lately.
But everyone does suck too. So
yeah,
it's like
and I've been celibate for so long now that it's almost like this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm like, you don't deserve to touch me unless I'm like really, really into you.
Like
But I used to not be like that. was getting around.
That's a new thing for me too.
I love it.
I was though. I was.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to say that, but
No, that's a new thing I've experienced too. Like as a serial monogamist, I don't hook up. Like I'm not like a hookup type of girly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that never.
Like I've never had a one night stand.
Never. And
I
I
have.
I don't like what is it? I feel like not sapiosexual. I'm a demisexual. Like I like to have like an emotional connection to someone to actually like want to do something with them.
I understand that.
So that's why dating is also hard for me because it's like I know people like date multiple people at once. It's really hard for me to like get into that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's not hard for me.
Phaeton loves it.
No, it's only hard for me if I really like someone.
Yeah.
Then I'm like tunnel vision. But it's really rare for me, I think, to like actually have feelings for someone. So
So funny how everyone dates so differently.
I know. I don't really know how you date.
I don't either.
Oh, I saw something on TikTok last night that said like next year you're gonna get into a good relationship, like astrology wise.
TikTok astrology.
I kind of see that for you though.
I hope so, because every year it's like, oh my God, this is gonna be my fucking best year. But last year was like all about my rebuilding. I was like a rebuilding year.
Yeah.
And then this year was like, I think it was with like career or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, maybe love next year. I'm like, fucking fine. It's so bad out there.
It's bad. I'm not in any rush
And you have,
whatsoever.
like, option.
I know. I said I have the most options. I like guys and girls. Like I could date both like equally. And
Yeah, we've never had like a long-term boyfriend.
no, yeah, I didn't. Because I also didn't really love dating before I met my ex. And then I met my ex and we dated for 5 years. I don't know. I just think dating, it's really scary letting someone in. And I feel like a lot of my friends in relationships right now are going through like, you know, the anxiety that comes from dating or when you guys are fighting, or like some of my friends are going through like a really bad fight with their partner that they might break up. And it's like, okay, well, what are you doing next with your life? Like you moved in. Like, I'm like, I do not miss that anxiety or that depression or like fighting at all. I'm like, I know I'm not ready for a relationship just because of that.
I agree. Like, because I was with my last partner for 5 years and I am so happy being single right now as far as, even though I'm a lover girl, I don't want the stress or the drama. Like, I don't want to feel that
Too old for that.
type of heartbreak ever again.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
crazy.
wanna just take my time, you know.
I know. We're not going to rush.
Yeah.
Like, no love bombing me. Even though I meet someone, they're like, they don't. I'm like, you're so boring.
Yeah, I'm like,
love bomb
Why
me.
are you obsessed with me? Like, kiss my feet.
I know. Yeah, I want somebody to just match my energy because it's like, hello, do you see? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
and it's
real.
like, and I'm like equally into somebody. It's like,
I know.
so.
Usually it's the ugly ones that do you the dirtiest. I'm like, what?
I know.
Fuck off.
That and the ones that'll like come up to you when you're out. I'm like, the confidence you have is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I always, me and Faith always talk about this. Would you rather have your ex date someone ugly or someone hot?
ugly.
Yeah.
Which mine did, so
I know.
Feel better.
Because like some people will be like, oh, well, then that makes like look bad on me that my ex. I said,
agree.
I like love that. Like
you'll never get at me again.
Never
Sucks
get
having your ex dating someone hot. I'm like, no, we like ugly people.
Yeah, like
The
someone
exes.
ugly, downgrade,
Like your personality.
Yeah.
downgrade, and live in that.
No,
reality.
truly. I'm like, you don't deserve better. Sorry.
I mean, most likely they're gonna date a guy, so it's like already
Yeah.
a notch down. So,
Honestly, if my ex started dating a guy, I'd be like, I don't even know what I would. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
I would
Oh my God. I'd be like,
we're trying something new here.
honestly, I'd be like, you should probably try it out. Maybe it would be better for you.
yeah.
I'm dick.
What do you feel like you're looking for at this point, dating wise?
Right now, I'm just trying to. I'm not looking to like lock in with somebody. Like I literally but I feel it's kind of recent, got out of a situation. So right now I'm focusing on just career. I'm an RN, so building that and just having fun, making friends, living life right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
What would you say your red flag is?
Being a lover
God.
girl. Honestly.
In another person, like my red flag in them.
No, like,
No, like,
Oh,
what do you
my
think
own
your
red
personal red
she's
flag.
like, I don't have any.
Yeah, like I feel like I just I love really hard,
Mm.
you know, and that could be sometimes to my detriment because not everybody deserves that from me.
100%.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's
a really
red
nice.
flag
Yeah, I
to
was
have.
like, that's kind of a cool red flag. Yeah. That's not mine. That's for fucking sure.
What do you think yours is?
Ugh, I don't know.
Too many.
You should think. Yeah, I'm sure you can come up with some.
Bit crazy.
Yeah. Do we have any icks or red flags for the week?
I mean, mine was today seeing all the ugly people posting their fucking ugly ass.
Oh yeah, happy
boyfriend.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
guys.
Vag Day.
And I'm not salty about it because I'm actually you know what, I did like Valentine's Day, but I'm not salty about it because I'm single. But like, I'm just sorry. Like, some people don't deserve to be posted.
No.
Like, I can't.
Yeah.
No. Okay, this is like kind of crazy. Well, first, actually, can you tell Shay how many animals you have and tell her what they are?
Oh, I know the one. I said I can't come to your place. The one I want to do a photo shoot with.
You would do a sick photo shoot if I'm thinking
Like,
of
is it gonna strangle me?
No,
That's what I think.
No.
Like, it's gonna
not.
wrap you up and just
Did
like.
you hold? No,
it's too
somebody
big.
else held. Okay, no, I love animals. That's like
Guys.
my heart. I love animals more than I like people, and I have normal pets too. I have a cat. I have a dog. The tiniest little Pomeranian.
Oh,
ever.
like that's what I see you with. The other ones, I was like, what?
I have 4 snakes and I have 2 tarantulas. And I'd have
tarantulas. Never.
Why? They're so pretty. One is blue.
I know she did tell
But
me
it's
that.
goes
They
so
freak
fast.
me the fuck out. Like if I saw, I don't think I could sleep at your place knowing that there's a spider.
You wouldn't even notice. I swear
It's
to
in,
God.
like, a
I think that would
cage. You
scare me even more. I'm like, where the fuck is
wouldn't-
it?
is the spider.
Literally. No, they're really cool. I love when people come over and I get to change their perspective on these types of creatures.
You did
because-
for me, for sure.
Yeah, my snake, his name is Baby. One of them is a Burmese python. He's like 12, maybe 13 feet long. He's really big. He's also a sweetheart. Like, honestly, I feel like he's so lazy because he's so big. He's not going to be like a fast moving fellow. He's so sweet. He's been in music videos for my friends that are like artists and stuff like that.
He's famous.
Yeah, he's TikTok sensation.
You're like,
Yeah.
he brings in the money. He brings in a lot of money for
I
us.
love that.
Yeah.
And wait, you have 4 snakes?
Yes.
Okay. And the other ones are like smaller ones?
I have 2 boa constrictors, which are like slightly smaller, and then I have a Texas rat snake, which is like my tiny little sassy girl.
What kind of cage do you have for this?
So I am a
They're
bougie-
separate. They're all
Yeah, I'm
okay.
a bougie bitch. I got like a custom made 3-story.
I would
like
expect nothing less from you.
yeah. No, I wanted something that didn't look like a cage. Like I wanted something that looked like furniture.
Yeah,
So I
cool.
had somebody like custom build these like.
It looks
Tank.
so good.
Do you like let them out and just like let them?
I don't typically let them like free roam because they'll knock everything
Yeah.
over. They're really strong. And I did
Crush my bones.
when I had to upgrade the heating system, I had to like let Baby roam free because I couldn't hold him for that long.
Yeah,
so he was
so
just
funny.
roaming around. So
I would be afraid that
but
he
he's
would
so
eat your dog.
sweet. No, I picked my dog up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feed them rats?
Yes. So they eat. Baby technically could eat rabbits, but I don't feed him rabbits. I feed him rats, usually 2 jumbo rats at a time.
And you're trying.
I would like a
me?
video of you feeding the one day.
I'll do.
You just go and pick up a New York
Yeah,
City
can you
rat.
do a feeding video so we can freaking put this on? Because I just need you guys to see this
But you
fucking
only
thing.
feed them like once a month or something.
No, they eat every week, but
once a week.
I do.
I wish I could eat once a week.
I know. I feel like people are always like, "Oh, how do you take care of all these animals?" I'm like, my reptiles are the most low maintenance creatures that I own. My cat and my dog, babies.
Yeah.
But literally, reptiles are so easy. At least snakes are. And I get their food from like not a pet store, but like a store that sells feeder rats. Because you can't just, everyone
No,
always
I'm
asks
kidding.
me that.
I'm kidding. I know. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
Do you have to have like a certain like permit or something to get snakes in New York City? Like I don't.
They're not really allowed. But
Really?
no.
Who cares?
A rebel over here.
And you've gotten bit.
Only once. I feel like everybody needs, if you own a snake, until you get bit,
Was
you
it
need to
baby?
you need to pop
baby.
your
That's
no.
what I want.
Let me
It's a
give
big bitch.
let me give the story. So it was my fault. My reptiles also like I don't feed them outside of the tank. A lot of people do, but I feel like when they associate that link, like, oh, I'm outside, I can
So
eat.
smart.
Yeah, I only feed them inside of their enclosure. But there was one time, this was years ago too. I was feeding baby, but I was on the phone, and like the rat had gone under something in the tank, and I was just like, oh, let me just like reach in and move the thing.
Oh,
It was my fault. And yeah, snakes have
course.
very poor vision.
Yeah.
You know,
I give it. That's not
if something moves, they're gonna be like, oh, what's that, and go after it.
No, I don't blame. I'm not like saying like that. I'm just like, oh my god, the concept of being bit by. a
But you know,
snake
until
scares
you
me.
get bit and you pop your cherry with that, then you're always going to be fearful
What
of
did it feel like?
So it wasn't even the bite that really was the big deal. It's how fast it happened that was more surprising
Right.
or shocking than
Yeah.
anything. But the bite itself, like, it wasn't that serious in my opinion. And that's a large python.
Yeah.
And they're not venomous. So it's not like anything happened to me. It's the same as if like my dog bit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Can get a little nippy sometimes.
And I always tell people my dog is, you're 99.9%.
Me comparing
I know, I was
my
like-
5-pound dog to
the
your
snake would
fucking-
eat your dog.
No,
Like,
Oh my god, it would eat juice in one freaking swallow.
Literally.
I have a
You would see
5-pound
Juice's body and like the neck.
Oh, you have a
be, like,
little
barking.
Min
chihuahua?
pin.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like a chihuahua. Everyone mistakens. But no, it's a min pin. My baby.
so cute.
Okay, I have like a weird thing, but do you ever have like kink curiosities that you're like, oh, this is so hot, but then like when you think about actually doing it, you're like, I don't think I could ever actually do it.
Can you give me an example? Because I feel like you
Yeah.
thought of one.
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh, I wonder, like, I don't know, at my like video shoot, we were weirdly talking about knife play, and like someone at
yeah.
the shoot was like, yeah, I'm low key like into that. And I was like, me in my head, I'm like, kind of sounds hot. Like maybe I should try it. And then when I think about actually like being with somebody and doing that, like how do you say that? Like, oh, go grab a knife.
Yeah,
like,
why not?
that's how- I don't
the
know,
little
that's
grab
like-
little play like
I like that.
I like,
Yeah.
and also I feel like if I was in a relationship and like I was bleeding, I'd be like, drink my blood.
yeah.
Like,
No, I think like
hot.
that's
I think
fun.
that
Little
is
vampire.
Right? I think that's hot, but I'm like, is that sick in the head? Like, I don't know.
No, I
No.
think a lot of people.
Nothing's off limits.
I
As somebody
agree.
who used to work
I
in nightlife, I've encountered so many fetishes.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
nothing.
can you share some? Like crazy ones.
I mean, I feel like there's nothing crazy, like the typical stuff, like knife play, wax play, impact play.
What's
Stuff.
impact play?
When you're like fucking a guy really hard in the ass, or like using like objects.
Oh,
on them,
okay.
hitting them, beating them. Sorry.
No, it's just funny.
Oh.
But I don't know. I don't find, I feel like those are common.
Yeah.
Like
I think so too.
yeah, I feel like people have really niche fetishes,
Yeah.
but they always, I like fetishes because I like figuring out why a person is
Yeah.
into this, like psychologically. Usually it derives from something from like childhood.
Yeah.
Like the really strange ones are the very specific ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Nothing really surprises me. And I don't think anything's like weird.
I don't either, but when you think about it on yourself, I think sometimes it's like, oh, well, why do I think that's hot? You know? And I'm like, I don't know, like it's just vampire. And I feel like it's like this like
hot.
bonded, like,
Yeah.
like if your like blood is bonded, I don't know. I feel like that's
Oh, like when you would
crazy.
prick your finger as a kid.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
thing.
like the kids with diabetes who are
sisters
like,
for life.
It's like, oh my god, you know what I was talking about with my friend a couple weeks ago? You know, like growing up and you're in like chorus or band or one of those things, there's always a fucking kid that passes out every time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
where are
Or
these
just
kids
in
now?
class,
It's like the nosebleed
fainters.
thing.
Yes,
Like
that, yeah, that. And so wait, I brought that up to my friend and she was like, I was that kid. I fucking passed out and my teacher did nothing and just like let it.
I feel like those kids got so much attention. I used to be like, I wish I could pass that.
I loved when it happened because like class would stop. I'm like, oh my God, 5 minutes free of this fucking chill.
Perfect. Do you guys have any kinks or fantasies that you recently discovered? Because that was one that I'm like, I kind of want to try this.
No, I think I kind of done all the ones I've always wanted to.
Part of me is like, should I like hire Hex and like have her like walk me through it?
I like love her.
Understand
That
knife
was a
play?
dominatrix that came on, and so she like does all that and like has wow, has had to done some like crazy like
Yeah.
fetishes. Like there was one person that was like obsessed with curtains. I don't know. Like, and I'm like, you guys just like fuck on the curtain? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
I'm
like, what?
interested. And that's what it, like, I really wish we can normalize that stuff, because I think people would have better sex and like have more information about different things. And I'm like, can we just normalize like, hey, can I like pay you to show me what I like and like what I don't like? Like, I feel like
I think there has to be some kind of
There are
class or
people that
something that
do
can
that.
just like
I think
show
there
you
are like
variety.
kinky kind of classes and events, but I think like specifically hiring. Oh, tell me.
Yeah, like I want to try suspension, like rope suspension.
Good one.
And shibaru. I
Good
find
one.
that
Yes.
really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
It's like
cool.
such an art too.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you know I'm an artsy fartsy. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
No, it
That's
is.
perfect.
Yeah.
What about you?
I've never tried like a full on like sex swing.
A what?
Like a
The
hanging like sex swing.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you would like.
Mm.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just like doing like different. Like I feel like the more normalized fetishes. Like I like wax. I've never done knife. I just don't really like the feel. I don't mind blood. Like I think that would be hot, like rubbing someone's like blood on me or like vice versa. But I don't really like the feeling of like you'd have to cut yourself. And I'm like,
I know. That's where
the part I'm like losing me there.
No, actually, that's the part where I'm like,
Is it too much?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do like, I've done like wax play and then somebody taking a knife and like scraping the wax.
What? So
off of
yeah.
you.
okay.
So like,
Yeah, like I wonder what is that rush?
mhm.
But I was also talking to my other friend about it, and she was like, yeah, I wouldn't trust myself. I'm like, what do you think's gonna happen? You're gonna like slip and like cut someone's throat?
I
Like,
know.
what the
No.
fuck?
I know, Jesus. I'm sure it
I
has
was
that.
like, relax. Like, that's crazy.
The lube got the hand slippery,
Yeah.
like fucked up.
Oh my God.
Law
Yeah,
and Order.
definitely don't
Like,
do
I'm
that
so-
drunk.
I know.
My God.
I call Faithlin. You guys.
Yeah, we have a
Like, did
situation.
not go too well.
Help.
Yeah. Also, another thing I think is really hot, like wearing like a ski mask
Oh,
or something.
okay.
I just discovered that. Like being somebody who's like really submissive.
Oh, like in a latex, almost.
Yeah,
latex.
yeah, like that kind of thing. I'm like, that's kind of hot. Could I do it though? I don't know. Like
you would
these
wear
are-
the ski mask? Or?
I don't know. Maybe. I think like here, I have all these ideas and I'm like, oh, this is hot, or maybe I should try that. But then I'm like, A, I'm celibate, and B, would I actually like it if I did it?
But this
I
is your
don't
time, I think, to go
To
explore.
explore.
with
yeah.
who?
Maybe we can go to like
There
kink
has
parties.
to be a king party.
There's kink
Yeah.
parties.
No, I know. Yeah.
I want to go to like a really
class.
upscale
Yeah.
one. Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to go
Hex.
to some weird.
Yeah, Hex
Hex-
has some good
Hex-
ones.
Hex?
Yeah.
Also, the fact that I love her name is Hex.
I know. She's amazing. We should
I also
probably have her
wanna
on
go
again.
to, a pole dancing class.
Oh, those.
Yes,
are
yes,
fun.
yes.
Yeah.
I
We
want
should
to
do
learn. I think it's
Yeah.
like, I think that is like such an art and so hot and like
So hot.
stunning. And I'm like, how do people do that with their body?
It's so
I
much
definitely just don't
strength
think I could
and-
do
I
it.
know.
Yeah. I would be like a floppy fish on the pole, like a fishing pole.
It's
like
literally-
when a fish comes and you reel it in, and it's just
I
like
feel
that
like
would be
people learn
me.
just know like muscles to use. Like I feel like
Yeah.
it's very like
Mm-hmm. No, I always admire girls that do that. In nightlife, people have this misconception also that like all dancers actually are pole dancers. No, I never did that. I literally walked around and looked cute and that's it.
I love it.
And
Just showed up.
yeah, I just
look-
showed up like,
just have it
hey,
look like you and like
I'm here.
I love it.
But honestly, you don't even need to.
Yeah,
Like, you're
and
so
also
hot.
I want to exert myself, like get all hot and sweaty. Like that's too much for me. But I have so
Way
much
too
respect for the girls that do perform because they are performers.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
and stunning.
they're athletes essentially.
100%.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one girl I saw at Sapphire, and I was like, "You're so amazing! Like, I want to follow you on Instagram." And not because I'm even attracted to her. I was just like, "You're like insane! Like this
Cirque
is
du
amazing."
Soleil.
I know.
She was like, "Yeah, I actually like teach the girls here."
Nice.
I was like, "It shows."
yeah,
Yeah, you're like really good.
yeah.
Girls, this is
Girly
fun.
femmes.
Girly femmes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I feel like your story, everything was so interesting.
Yeah.
And
Thank you guys for having.
oh my God,
me.
Thank you.
come back.
I've been wanting you to come on for so long.
I know.
I
yeah.
know it.
Caitlin was like, she's coming Friday. I'm like, oh, finally.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
But-
you guys so much. We love you.
We
Until
love
next
you.
time.
See you next time.